Hola, mi gente, and welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, queries, statements, or otherwise, we have multiple ways to be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those that need instant gratification, and the show's Twitter feed is @SkimPod. That is SKIMPOD. That's where I like to fight. For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. That's crunchy being spelled with a K. We're available via Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Spotify, and a partridge in a pear tree. And of course the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show. And a band plays on here at Skim, and to that end we provide you a Podcast, a musical discussion podcast built on a hip-hop foundation, and you know what? It's dope. Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, your host, the Internet's Tayrell713, and me? Well, damn it, I'm the real ODP. I'm as ready as I want to be.
What's good? What's poppin'? Stay Trash Milk episode 294. The road to 300 continues.
It's getting close.
Thus far unabated. Nothing has held us back. We worked around some things and made things happen to get us there.
Still set for May?
It seems like it will fall here in May. I don't know if I don't put tomato on my goddamn. Let's go look. Let's go back and look. Because I didn't check tomato. What's my fault? Not here.
Okay. So T doesn't have tomatoes on his burger.
My love of tomato just left out here in the cold.
But you have tomato sauce according to Ronald Reagan.
We'll do anything according to Ronald Reagan.
That's not how we live this life, for sure.
When did you start putting like actual vegetables and stuff on your burgers? Was it a lifetime thing, or was it something that was just like?
It was definitely a grown up thing. Like yeah. I mean, probably into college kind of thing. Like eating at restaurants kind of situation where motherfuckers put shit on your sandwich and you couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I guess I'm about to eat this burger with stuff on it. Working at rallies. So 95.
I feel like Whoppers were a teenage thing.
Yeah.
And they do have tomatoes and lettuce and onions on them.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it was around. It was the 90s when I started eating vegetables on my burger because I was buying my own Big Bacon Classics at that point. And I was just like, I got one plain one time, and that shit was still $4. So,
like you might as well go ahead and give me all my rough.
Yeah, you might as well fill out this burger. Cause just getting meat and cheese or something, it was just like, no.
Yeah, I must have been younger than teenager because I remember as a kid, I made the mistake of microwaving a sandwich that had lettuce on it, and that made me sick. I didn't know microwaving lettuce was a thing.
Lettuce is like 95% water. How was that a problem? Was it just old lettuce at that point?
Maybe that's not what made me sick. But
it made it leathery.
I remember getting sick that day.
Oh hey, it's Tatum216. It's the real ODP.
Yes, it's me. Go ahead.
Oh, it's me, your host, the Internet's Tayrell713.
We should all like one time switch up our names. Like you can be Gabe216 and T could be Terrell 2099.
We just switch up segments that one episode. You have to be a Patreon member to get to that, I guess, right? That's an old one. Yeah.
At the $10 and above level. I've yet to have to start uploading those episodes.
And you also get a WVIZ mug. Inside baseball.
So, what's wrong with America? I wish we had a person who invented duck calls here to tell us.
You motherfucker.
Last night I was at Walmart and I came across damn, I forgot the dude's name already.
One of the duck dudes.
One of the Duck Dynasty dudes wrote a book like The Death of America's Soul, and it's like gonna lay out what's wrong with America.
The Death of America's Soul came that this motherfucker got popular.
Theft.
Oh well.
Isn't it was stolen?
Yeah.
Who stole America's soul? I know you didn't read the book, but I wonder if you had to present that idea.
I don't know. I didn't read the book. It all could have been propaganda. It could have been like, look, ducks are fucking up America. That's why you need my duck call.
I don't know.
Get rid of these ducks.
That cover alone was kind of like, he didn't have none of his usual garb on.
Yeah.
His head was looking all sweaty like he had fought a battle with America and lost. Somebody tread on him.
You gonna make it a show art?
God no.
He looks so soulful, like he's like really sad, like damn, these ducks are messing up America. Like
This whole time it's been that.
one chapter, like ducks are godless American haters. Ducks, domestic terrorists.
Yeah, I just
Why ducks tank the economy? All that kind of thing.
it amazes me like how like I have friends and shit that watch that show like it's good. I'm like, I thought I knew your ass. Your ass used to be beautiful.
I never seen an episode. I mean, what's they invented duck call? They didn't invent duck call.
They didn't
I keep
invent
saying
it.
that.
They just
sell
have
duck calls?
they have like a duck pipe type thing in their repertoire.
They just got such a great duck calls. Like the previous duck calls were like the ducks were like, I might check you out later. But like these duck calls were like, whoa, what's going on here? I gotta go see.
That duck sounds unfamiliar to me.
So they invented great duck calls, I guess, and now all of a sudden they're like their popularity got crazy because
But also, did it really get crazy? It got basic cable crazy.
they got folders and like trapper keepers.
Yeah, it kind of Swiffered America. It was kind of like, oh, we like this family of guys with beards, and they're kind of like us. They hate black people too.
But I can only, because I don't watch it. I can only tell you one of them dudes' names, and I can't tell you which one is which.
I don't need no Terry.
One of them, his name is Phil.
Now, there we go.
Oh, okay, Phil. Maybe
But I don't
Phil
know
was
which
the one that wrote the book.
But I don't know which one.
I got the picture. Maybe I should look at the history.
I mean, from that picture, you really gonna know who it is, though?
I mean, I know it's
one
to paraphrase Biggie, it's one of those bearded motherfuckers.
Yeah, just like the Fat
Oh.
Boys. I only know Buffy. Really, I don't know like if you know. I mean, let me stop that. I
You know
get,
Prince Marky D.
let me knock it off what I just said. Let me stop this shit.
I
I know
can't-
every one of the Fat Boys.
I can't tell you which one got thin.
Prince Rakeem. See, like I had to stop that lie right away.
Phil was the one that wrote the book.
Do you know the difference between kid and play?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Yeah, Chris is the light skin. I think both their names are Chris, right?
I think so, just like Chris Cross.
Yeah.
Well, no, never mind. Both of their names wasn't Chris.
But yeah. The light skinned Chris and the dark skinned Chris. There you go.
I mean, one had a high top fade, one had a
Kid was the light skinned high top fade one.
Both of them had high top fades.
The higher of the high
high
top.
top fade.
One had a dominant high top fade.
It's like those Converse that they come all the way up your calves.
For women?
Yeah, you seen those?
Yeah.
What do you call that? You already call ones that go past your ankles high tops. What do you call the ones that go past your calves?
Boots?
Yeah, but
But it's a sneaker.
And made out of Converse material.
Sneaker boots?
I guess.
I mean,
Is that a known?
That's got to be.
I think so.
All right, I will look that up while you guys
banter on.
banter
Sure.
on.
I mean, I just feel like we were saying in the chat that night, like,
Also, hold on, before you go, bro, I'd like to point out that the brother who made this art that on these bottles that me and you both picked up, his name's Jamal. It's like we knew, man. We were drawn to this shit.
Jamalies,
Jamal Osterholm.
mass burn.
I don't know though. Osterholm might be whatever. No, I'm sorry. As you were saying about the chat, whatever.
We were telling Gabe, like, hey man, why are you triggering yourself?
I don't know. I didn't. I just walked across. I just was walking up the aisle, looking for something. I was looking for stuff for my son's birthday,
I was looking for something to get triggered about.
and I looked and I'm like, what? Come on now. Why is this guy writing this?
Why is this in the kids section for parties?
I mean, why am I surprised though? It's Walmart.
I mean, I know people have a problem with Walmart, but at the same time, I got to the point where I'm like, even the Walmart I go to is probably the extra racist one because I go to the one in Chardon. Yeah, I can't blame Walmart for all the evil no more. That's the only place I can find carrot cake granola bars.
Well, it's the largest employer in most states. You know what I'm saying? By like a wide bar too. I said it's like they're in general. What the statement is, there can be no ethical consumption under capitalism. Capitalism itself is a fucked up system, so it's always going to be shitty no matter what. You can try to support your local business and all that good stuff, and I really do attempt to try to buy local in many situations. Not all and not most, but many.
Yeah, I try too, but I was looking up an article about what generic products are better than the original. And that shit was just gonna be too much to read on the air, so I didn't print out the article. But Giant Eagle, one of our local establishment, has something on that list.
Do you know what it was in particular?
No.
I wish we would have at least got that little bit, so I would have known what it was.
Okay. They call it a high sneaker.
But not a high top, eh?
I mean, this is the one.
Yeah. I mean, and I got. I assume that's the brand name. Shut the.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, they don't call it a boot, which they should. It looks like a boot.
Yeah, maybe because it's a little kid one, but...
Let's see if I can find the growing up one.
I remember one time I was out at the club late night, and a lady had on those high heel shoes that tie all the way up her leg, and she got in a fight, and she used it as a weapon, and it was quite masterful.
She took it off?
Yeah, she was whooping the shit out of that lady. Whoop that trick.
Well, must respect that. I gotta say that.
Like, fashion and function is one of my things, not just, dressing for fashion.
Okay, these are called calf high sneakers. That's more apt description.
Sure.
You over here abiding by the Alton Brown. I'm saying things should be multi-purpose tools.
Yes.
I mean, if you're buying a shoe, sight unseen, just by name, which I don't know why you would do that. You want a accurate description. I don't want to get high tops and then I have shoes that go past my calves. That would look weird. Is that for women only?
Be awesome. Yeah, I'm off this whole is it women whatever.
Oh, that's true.
Everybody can rock anything at this point, man. I don't even care. I truly don't care.
I was trying to explain that to my son yesterday. Now,
yet again, why are you triggering yourself?
No, my son. He turns 6 tomorrow, the day after this recording. I got the day off work. We're gonna spend it with him. But I took him shopping with me while I'm trying to buy him stuff, so I got to throw him off the path.
Can you believe this shit, son? Look at this triggering Duck Dynasty book.
I was able to avoid everything except you can't hide the wrapping paper.
Yeah.
So he asked, "Is that wrapping paper for me?" So I had to throw him off the path. No, I got you wrapping paper with pink princesses on it, and he gets really upset. So I started genuinely trying to explain to him, look, man, there is no girl and women stuff. You're allowed to like pink princesses. And he's like, Dad, I don't like pink princesses. And I'm like, I guess you got a point, son, but I don't want you to not like them because you're a boy.
No. Where did that around from?
That's what I'm asking.
Well, no. You were his father in his life. I was like, how did you? Do you feel like he arrived here somewhere through I don't know. Where do you think this could have come about from?
I'm perplexed. Maybe I blame my father-in-law. But, no, I can't because my dad's pretty, old school kind of stuff, too. He's not the most open-minded of guys. I can't just keep, blaming it on the white man.
No. Yes, you can. Don't ever think you can't. You sure can. And, you wouldn't be wrong to. So it's okay.
Well, Puerto Ricans are known for their bullheaded machismo.
We can run down the line. Everybody got some kind of you know what I'm saying?
I think every race has some false machismo.
Yeah.
But machismo is a Spanish word, so
it's everyone has it. We just gave it a name.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Macho itself is still a Spanish word, isn't it? So yeah.
So we put it all on you. Finally, the white man wins.
So yeah, he's he's genuinely upset. I'm generally
trying to
debate him. Look, man.
I think especially with kids, it's kind of sometimes you could joke around with them and they get it, but sometimes it's kind of they don't have a sense of. Kids have a sense of humor. Kids don't have a sense of humor.
Right.
Sometimes don't.
From the word go, I said I would never cop little pink stuff or force what is traditionally feminine stuff upon her.
Yeah,
that's really what she gravitated to, and I did nothing about it. It's that was just what she was on and what she enjoyed and what she liked, and from then on, I can't do nothing about it, bro. But I like the fact that I tried my best to let her get there on her own. Without having forced it upon her myself.
And I tried, and I kept saying, there's no boy and girl stuff, and my kids still gravitate to that stuff.
Yeah.
Dad, I don't like that stuff. I don't want to play with princesses.
I mean, I guess, just I know we've mentioned this excerpt from This American Life several times, but, it was a lady who was transitioning, and she was on testosterone, And like she said, while she was a woman, she never, I guess she was a lesbian her whole life, but she never felt the need to turn around and look at a woman's butt until
she was on the testosterone.
Yeah, until she was on the T. Like she said, it was a strange, strong feeling that came over her. Like, turn around and look, turn around and look, turn around and look, and she was fighting herself to do it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just all in our fucking makeup.
Huh? It's the testosterone.
But
fault.
the thing, now, the wildest of that is, pink used to be the color associated with boys. Mm-hmm. Like it meant healthy, and for up until I want to say like the 50s. So it was like very recently in our historical recently.
It's kind of like how modern day Republicans argue about if we were back in the 50s, you would be a Democrat. Like how they always make that argument when how it flipped over.
Yeah, that argument's old. I don't even. Nope. Stop it.
Trigger. Well, I tell you, Pilgrim, I started to crap.
Oh my God, man! Can we look? I realized it was a novelty rap song and so forth and so on.
Rappin Duke was pretty good.
Rappin Duke was pretty great.
I was looking to download that the other day. I couldn't find it.
Wait, there's a John Wayne rap song?
So listening to Old Town Road has just got me into the notion of country rap in general. And I've been thinking about Rappin Duke. I've been thinking about Daha Daha. You never remember Daha Daha?
I think I heard that. Was that a John Wayne impersonator? Was that actually the Duke himself?
That was not the Duke himself. Surely he must have been on near his deathbed at that point.
What year did John? Well, okay, let me not ask. I can just look that up while you guys continue talking.
But that was a dude named Rappin Duke, the Rappin Duke. It could have just been anybody. It was supposed to be novelty rap, but I mean, it took off. It got enough play, and it had enough.
He died in 1979, so he was already there.
Well gone before Rappin Duke dropped his.
Oh, that was the year I was born. Am I the reincarnation? I don't hate black people.
Already has you off, but yeah. But I remember Rappin Duke, but it's like it's early enough in hip hop's development. I'm like, I like that song. I like that.
The
song.
Rappin Duke came out in 1985, 6 years after he was dead.
Yeah. So I fuck with Rappin Duke.
Shit!
Words and wet in the sheets.
And we keep
at the Ponderosa,
rapping to the beat. Okay, so Rappin Duke came out in 1983, and Dookie is back. The comeback song of the Rappin Duke was 1986. So 83 and 86.
I don't know Duke is back.
I'll have to find that. No, okay,
it's not even a page created for it. So
John Wayne, like a lot of white supremacists, used to fuck a lot of women of color.
I mean,
because they talk that shit, but they really like that shit.
Yeah, he had like 3 Mexican wives. Not at the same time. He just kept marrying.
The man knows he like.
Like Kendrick Lamar said, your skin tone says that your grandma didn't know how to run.
Oh man. Oh goodness gracious! What's been going on with your life in general, sir? Let the listeners catch them up right quick.
Well, I had a little trip to the library, and I hope the story is as entertaining as I remember it being. So I took my kids to the library, and it was handling all 4 of them at once at the library. It was by myself.
Yeah.
Because giving my wife a little break and a chance to clean up the house that these kids tear up on a daily basis. Gosh. I mean, my son yesterday, thank God he didn't spray it on anybody, but we buy bleach in the bottle. We spray one of those spray bottles.
Yeah.
And I took the spray bottle, I put a skull and crossbones on it and wrote bleach.
Yes.
So I thought we're covered. Like, hey, don't play with this bottle. I mean, it wasn't a locked. It one had one of those child lock things, but I guess my wife left it out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
My son, who turns 6 tomorrow, poured it all out so he can put some fresh water in there. And like, lucky my wife caught him before he's like, started spraying that quote unquote fresh water. Because
it's a ton of bleach still in there.
Yeah. And I asked him, like, hey man, you saw me draw the skull and crossbones on there. What do you think was in there? He says, I thought it was death water. I'm like, that sounds ominous as fuck. Why would you still mess with that? That sounds worse than bleach.
I mean, bleach is death water. Kills all the germs.
Yeah, it does. So I mean, I guess he has no fear. Like,
I guess if it wasn't racist, you could call him Little Death Water.
I need an appropriate picture of this container. And Death Water. Definitely your show's title.
I got it at home.
I need you to get a good snap of that, well lit it, and give me a nice little clean shot of it.
I mean, I guess I'm different from my kids because, like, I was scared of escalators, and apparently my son has no fear of death water.
You jumped off a cliff once. I can't trust you either, man.
But it was a cliff.
I wasn't 5 at the time.
It was a cliff under that cliff, so he just pretty much...
He was wise enough to know what he can stick the landing, I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as Dave pointed out, like, what if that rock collapsed?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't think about that. I was focused on the comedy of the situation.
Whenever your kids wild out in a way that is similar to how you wild out, I just chuckle to myself and like, it really does just come back around sometime to bite us in our ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying the universe is like, you was a bad kid. If you were a better kid, your kids will be better. Because I know that's not how this works out. The universe don't carry beef like that. But it just makes you go, yep. My daughter is so much like me in many a way. It becomes problematic. And I was just like, yeah, he's just your old man. I can't, and then in general, I don't get genuinely mad at them. I can get frustrated, but I'm never really just, what the fuck? I'm like, Vanessa get mad at him, and then like, so then she get mad, and then I get defensive. I'm like, yeah, you fucking up my babies, they're my babies, and it's just like, and things I'm working on, trying to be better, because reality is that she's my partner, and reality of it is that she is a pretty much a step parent to her. You know what I'm saying? Which means her say has to carry some weight, but it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to be like, let me hand you some of this juice and this power, and I know it, but it's an interesting part of parenting that comes along when your kids is just as wild as your ass was.
Oh yeah, I feel bad for my partner because both boys are like me in different ways. I think more Emery is because he likes to jump around and like. Both of them have smart mouths the way they shouldn't, and I have to blame both of us for that. Last night I had to leave a room because Anthony was crying about something. Then Emery was like, "You cry," and then I had to leave the room because it wasn't supposed to be funny, and I just laughed. And then Anthony called me, said I was annoying yesterday. He was saying it like, I guess he figured out what annoying is, or heard somebody else say it's like, you're annoying. I'm like, why am I annoying? Like he listed off some reasons while I was annoying. I was like, okay.
Well, he's back his claim up. That's actually pretty good.
And then he said, Mama's nicer than me. He didn't say she was funnier than me, so you know she can have the rest. But I mean, it was I guess he only wanted somebody to wipe his butt, so that's like pandering in the wrong direction. Like, I don't give a fuck if you think she's nicer than me. Yeah, she can wipe your butt. This isn't a good job. Like, I gotta sit here and smell your poop, then wipe it up.
I concede.
Yeah, she could be nicer.
My 3-year-old's been on a whole like, I don't like you, Dad, or I hate you, Dad, lately. Like, yeah, what I do? Like, even when he gets upset with somebody else, and I'm like, son, what can I do to make you feel better? He's like, I don't like you, Dad. Like, I didn't do anything. But like, I gotta stop taking it personal.
Yeah, I really don't care. It's not like
I've been trying my best to prepare myself for that for a long time. At some point, one of them children is gonna tell me they hate me, and I gotta be armored for it because I know it's gonna hurt.
No, that's just not gonna hurt my feelings. I know, it might not be the other way, but I'm like, they truly would never really hate you. They can say it. It's just like, it hurt my feelings more when they say I don't like my food. I'm like, I fucking tried hard with this. You can not like me, but that macaroni and cheese is fucking good.
I can't take it personal because like a few minutes later he's gonna be like, I love you, give me a hug and kiss. Like, so it's just a 3-year-old being a 3-year-old. It's like I gotta resist.
Even when they're 14, I'm like,
it's just a sensitivity we have built into us. We're just with people, and like sometimes words sting, man.
I had to resist the urge a few times to say, well, I hate you too. But
I hate you too. Kick their foot over.
Let me tell you something. My mama once told me, what did my mama say to me? She said something mean like that to me. And of course, I'm 40 some odd years old, and I still carry with me to this day. Try your best not to snap back at him like that, because your boy is still over here bearing that weight.
I'm not trying to do anything to like mess with my kid's self-esteem. 'Cause I used to wrestle in high school, and for 1 year, I shaved my head bald.
Yeah.
And she said, "You look ugly," and like really fuck with me. And guess what happened? My hair fell out, and now I'm bald because I got no fucking choice, not because I shaved my head. And now I'm like, and sometimes I look in the mirror and like, man, I wish I had some hair. And I know that's not to blame her, but that's a little bit of her.
Well, you can blame her because heredity, like it comes from the mother side of the family.
Oh, her brother's bald. Her brother's bald. So yeah, I know I got it from her. So not only did she make me feel bad about being bald,
It's
she's
her
the reason
fault.
I'm bald.
Legit her fault.
Yeah, and I see my 3-year-old with his stick. He's got the stick head of hair. He's really got a good head of hair, and I'm like, man, I wish I had your hair, son. And then he tells me he hates me.
But no, she's next time you say that, like, you hate me, wait till you're 30 and you have my hair. You think you love this hair now?
Oh my god.
Then he's never gonna lose his hair, and I'm just gonna shave it out of spite.
Yeah, you can do it now.
I'm joking, people. I would never.
It's always like some videos on, so like, oh, you fucking up at school? I'm gonna make. I don't know why dads do this. Like, I don't ever want to be that dad. Like, well, I'm gonna make you feel like a clown, and then they give him a Shirley Hemsley.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, the Sherman Hemsley. What made him think that was the look he should have rocked? Anyway,
I thought for the time.
I guess yeah.
What was he supposed to do?
Yeah.
People weren't shaving their heads bald back then.
Yeah,
Actually,
a lot of people did.
That's right.
Telly Savalas. Kojak was bald. Here's the thing.
Yeah, but we're talking about cool black men.
Yeah,
though.
man. Telly Savalas is a cool Greek man. Got my.
Like, so, well, I guess that was.
The dude from The Shining. Oh, why did Scatman Crothers?
Tom
Why did I
Cruise?
forget his name? How did I forget Scatman?
Scatman Carruthers.
the patronus of this very podcast, if there ever were one.
Now that I think about it, Scatman Carruthers is such a girl sounding name. I don't want to even say it again.
Scatman. That's gay. He scattered. That's what he did.
Shit, man, Carruthers.
How did you say it out loud?
I wonder, like, did anybody ever bring it up to us? Like, in other countries, being called the scat
Man,
man.
that like deer poop is called scat. It's like that pellet like poops is described as scat.
You get no respect from the Boy Scouts, or you get a lot. I don't know. I think they hold scat in high regard because they can identify animals through it.
Oh my god.
We could just look at footprints. Like, why is y'all wasting our time? Because if you a bunny and your feet is right by the poop, I'm like, I'm just gonna go for the bunny tracks and not necessarily the pellets of poop there.
Yeah, really. How would there not be footprints and along with the scat? I mean, don't the animal have to bear down and like dig their feet in?
Probably so. And
Have you ever seen my dog poop? You ever walk my dog? No,
Lunch did.
Fox has. My dog, like, well, when she pees, she like puts her whole back end up in the air and like tries to get her pee on at a height, basically, I guess, so other dogs can smell it. And when you're right, when she poops, you do kind of have to bear down. Peeing, my dog, like, like this is the 4-way. You know what I'm saying? This is the 4-way. She does this. She says her, which is why her chest is so beastly. Because that's how that's her weightlifting or whatever.
I noticed the other day in 2 places in my yard, I think some deer was fucking. Because like you see like 8 sets of hoof prints, but then the ones that's like kind of like it's moving.
Yeah.
Like, or I don't know if they were fighting.
It's not a step, that was a drag.
It was like a drag.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they were fighting by the house. Or,
So she wasn't pushing back.
I mean, she was like
Slippery out there.
Yeah. And it was just like, you ruined my grass, and it's gonna be more y'all motherfuckers eating the flowers.
I heard somewhere that only a few animals fuck for fun.
Which ones?
It's like
I don't know off the
dolphins
top
and
of my
us.
head.
It really is like dolphins and us.
So they're probably fighting. They probably weren't having sex then.
Well, no, it's
they're
spring.
fucking.
It's time. It's fuck time.
Oh, they were fucking, but but it wasn't. They didn't enjoy it. It was just more like a chore for them.
I guess so. I guess like
There's a joke there, but I'm not gonna say it.
I was just watching the show. It's called I'm Sorry. It's on True TV, and they were explaining sex to their 6-year-old daughter because I get Grammy and Grampy got caught doing it, and well, she caught the Grammy and Grampy doing it, and she was like, "Well, are they gonna have a baby?" And she was like, "No, because they're too old to have babies." So she had to explain to them recreational sex.
Huh?
It is often assumed that animals do not have sexual pleasure, or alternatively, that humans, pigs, bonobos, and perhaps dolphins, and one or two more species of primates are the only species that do. This is sometimes stated as animals mate only for reproduction.
Bonobos.
It's another. I think that's considered one of the great apes. I don't know if it's a chimp.
Bonobos. That sounds like a place with bottle service.
This view is considered a misconception by some scholars. This guy, Jonathan Balcombe, argues that the prevalence of non-reproductive sex behavior in certain species suggests that sexual stimulation is pleasurable. He also points to the presence of the clitoris in some female mammals and as evidence for female orgasm in primates.
Someone had to look at an animal's clitoris.
On the other hand, it is impossible
Does
to
every
know...
animal have a clitoris?
No, it said in some mammals. On the other hand, it is impossible to know the subjective feelings of animals, and the notion of non-human animals experience emotions similar to humans is a contentious subject. So,
We need
I mean, I remember one time I was at the zoo, and I'll never forget this. It might have been said it before, but so it was a female lion, and she looked like she was scratching her crotch on a rock, and she started roaring, and then some lady was behind me, was with her daughter, and the daughter was like, "What is she doing?" It's like she's scratching her pudding, and I guess because she was roaring like shit. She probably. I wonder if lions do have clitorises or lionesses. I mean, she the one to hunt. She might as well be able to come.
All right.
you see that Lion King trailer as we go walk right through this door?
Yeah. I
Was
seen
there any
some
lion
of it.
scratching or putting in that
Not that I noticed.
in that trailer?
But who knows what goes on in the background?
I mean, they got every other cartoon having sex in those little boxes at the top of the screen. Might as well be some lion.
Yeah,
Some lions doing it.
I saw Violet from The Incredibles jacking someone off the other day.
Was he on Pornhub?
No, isn't that illegal though? Violet is.
It's a cartoon.
I know, but she is not of age.
I mean, the movie last came out 14 years ago. I think she's of age now.
And also, I don't know the rules on handies.
She was.
The rules on handy says no, sir.
No mask. No mask, but she was fully dressed.
Yeah, like I don't care how is it. Those are all gross. Like, I don't want.
The various cartoons.
Yeah. I mean that
I-
feels extra gross and extra wrong because, like, I grew up with her. I guess
It's true.
Ryan Keeley, who I know we've talked about on the show before, like maybe earlier this week or last week, has an Incredibles parody available. I believe it says in VR. I don't know where one gets their VR porn from. I really don't. So I'm sorry about that, people. But if you do know where you get your VR porn from, there's an Incredibles parody with Ryan Keeley in it. It's Mrs. Incredible. So go get that.
is she thick?
Yeah, Ryan Keeley got some booty on it.
All right.
I
Well,
can definitely probably make that pop up, sir.
You don't have to.
Not for porn per se, but at least her tweet about it.
it's true. I mean, it's not like of age cartoons are much better. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see March get it on either. So
I mean, but see, that's the thing. Every time you see Mars in the top right hand corner, is always with Millhouse or something like that.
what the fuck is that?
I don't know. Like I forgot.
Whose itch needed that scratched?
Nobody. I mean, I think all of it is gross. Like, I don't know, Carts. I know some people like. Man, I'm not gonna yuck your yum, but that's weird.
Yeah.
That is so weird, man. Like, just the whole that's weird.
Well, she's not a cartoon, right?
No, she's a real person.
Okay. Oh.
And that's on Twitter?
Yeah, it's on her Twitter.
Oh. Yeah, that picture was weird.
I mean, are they gonna find an actor that's built like Bob? I mean,
Craig T.
he's
Nelson!
He's pretty jacked up.
Yeah. I always thought it was kind of funny, like, 1950s kind of built. It's like, I got a big chest and I walk like this.
It's a burl.
Yeah, I'm not exactly fit, but I'm fit enough.
With those handlebar mustache? No, I'm going back too far.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So, have y'all heard about this new tax situation?
The new tax situation?
All right.
I have not.
I think about this because I got to go make sure I go pay my city taxes here Monday, and on tax day. But apparently the IRS is about to change the way our tax forms, our deductions and shit work, like how we do everything. Mm-hmm. And what they want it to be is, you don't owe them, they don't owe you. Everything's even. But to do this, you basically have to tell your employer everything about your financial situation. I mean, who you got stock investors in, if you got a second gig, so forth and so on. It's like because they want them to have all the information, and then they can tax you appropriately throughout the year. And when we get to tax time, nobody owes nobody. We all even. And I'm like,
so do we get our? So what do we do with the taxes they take from our check?
Well, that's the point. It's like there is an amount of taxes that they're supposed to take. Mm-hmm. So that just is what it is. We are a country with an income tax, but they would just take it. They would already have taken it. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, if it all worked out how they theorized it would, we'd just be even. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't take too much, and they take just what they're supposed to take, and that's what they would take. But it's the idea of giving my gig all my very sensitive information. You know what I'm saying, about my finances. You know what I'm saying, I don't have a lot of stock options outside of who I work for. But I mean, if I were so involved, that's me. That's not on you to fucking know about that. You don't just. I don't like handing that information over to your employer. I don't like the way it works. And it is law. It is what it is that they need to. They're supposed to redo these taxes. But that particular one, I guess they had piloted a couple of times and tested a couple of times, and a lot of people was like, nah. And I'm just like, this is insane.
Maybe I need to find a state like a perfect city tax
ratio situation.
Yeah, ratio where I could just live there. Man, it just seemed like I don't know. It's a big racket, like cause it seems like before deductions, man, I'm fucking rich, and then after everything, it's like so long, salary.
What's your fattest out? What's the one that you like? God damn, you took that much money from me?
I don't know. I think like what all the deductions I get is like $738 is taken out my checks.
Yep. It is. I'm almost positive the biggest is health insurance. Insurance is the health insurance.
Yeah.
Everything else is like whatever. I put like X amount on my 401k. I put X amount on my stock purchases every paycheck and so forth. But it's that it's health insurance, and it's just like I hope every Democratic contender just come out the mouth and be like, we pay too much for health insurance and we got to do something about it. I need that to be on everybody's. I need them to serve that up as a part of their platform going forward.
I think it's I don't want to get too far into politics, but I always think it's kind of funny how it was like, how every time it's, especially when Obama was still in office, like everything that was supposed to be good for us, it was like, nah, that's not that great. Like, how could free health insurance for everybody not be that great? We're gonna start eating healthier. Fuck that healthy shit. Your kids don't need to be eating grapes at school. So
we do the lunch program.
Yeah, tater tots and pizza only, motherfuckers. That's the platform we on.
I mean, it was just a lot of it was just spite, though.
It was if Obama said it, we must do the opposite of it, and it was just like y'all have gone insane. If Obama said we should vaccinate, motherfuckers was just like fuck that. And I'm like, what is going on? What has happened to y'all? That y'all just like, I refuse to listen to this black man tell me.
Thank you, Craig T. Nelson.
I tweeted out recently, I'm like, you know what would be great if Michelle Obama came out against drinking bleach. Going back to death water.
Yeah.
Don't drink bleach. Like, that'll solve a lot of problems.
This administration is definitely pro Tide Pod eating.
So, yeah, we'll leave the political mechanisms alone for now. But like I said, I just... As a Democrat, I want my Democratic candidates to be like, healthcare and fucking paying for college got to be on their fucking plate. I need some shit looked at.
And not to mention just paying for college, more the fact that how fucking expensive college is. By the time my kids go to college, goddamn, that shit's going to be definitely like, we can't have a third child. You got to definitely donate them to science.
I need one of them kids just to learn German, because you can go to college for free in Germany. Yeah, but you got to be able to speak German.
I mean, even like some sections in Ohio, like the community college is totally free.
Yeah.
So shit, maybe they just need to move there.
I mean, the argument is like, well, no, you shouldn't. College isn't a right. Not everyone should get into college. Like, you're right. Your only barrier for college should be you're too dumb. Not you can't afford it.
Well, you just don't want to go.
No. That's I was making a joke.
Yeah, I know. But it's like, that should be what holds you back. You know what I'm saying? But of course, like I said, like this whole Aunt Becky situation.
Yeah.
Aunt Becky thought the prosecutor was bullshitting her and was like, I ain't taking no kind of deal. And now they put 2 more charges on her ass. She can do 40 years. Her and her husband can both do 40 years.
What I love about it is
she laughed it off.
Yeah, and they both definitely gonna do jail time now. Like, there is no getting around it. They gonna do time, and probably now more time than if they just took the dick. They thought he was bullshit.
At the same time, like I said, that's the most interesting thing about the RICO law is it's kind of like you need no proof. It's pretty much like a suspicion law. Like, I smelled chocolate on your breath, so you ate the chocolate.
You know what? And I don't feel bad. I mean, I'm as big as Full House fan as anybody, I suppose. The average Full House fan. But, like, I don't feel sorry for her or her husband, especially her husband, who's one of these dicks was like, oh, they're these entitled people, and, you know, people don't want to get by anymore, and blah, blah, blah. And then you fucking faked your kid's way into college?
College that one of them didn't want to go to at all. She had been making her way as a YouTube influencer. And I know that sounds dumb to us, but she was well paid.
The point is she didn't want to go to college.
And had deals with a lot of people already in place and was stacking that dough. And they all had to fire her and let her go after they found this out. So basically, her mother legitimately ruined her life by trying to force her to go do something she didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And had no need to do, at least right now. And you don't have to go to college right after high school. You don't. If you want to go to college later, do that shit. Take that, what do they call it, the gap year. Yeah. Take that gap year.
Because they can definitely afford a gap year.
Yeah. Again, they can afford it. So it's like, yeah, do that.
And there's some kid who's perfectly capable, probably wants to go to college, can't afford it because it's too damn expensive, or doesn't want to, loan their life out. Shit.
I think Natalie Portman is being like real quiet right now. Like, what's up with that? What's up with that Harvard Natalie Portman?
Yeah, I'm looking. Well, now looking at all these celebrities who. I
went to Cornell. I went to Brown. Yeah, Tracy Ellis Ross. We talk about you going to Brown.
What about Blossom?
You heard your boy Black Walnut might be on the Fed. Yeah, he's trying to put Herman Cain down on the reserve. I'm like, I don't know what. Look, Herman Cain ran, I believe, Godfather's Pizza.
Yes.
So he's some kind of.
Well, you had the loud burp in the parking lot.
Yes. God damn. Thank you. But I don't know his otherwise his financial wherewithal, his druthers. So I don't know.
We gonna now have a
Libya.
BOGO.
Libya. And Obama was against this. I remember that shit so clear. It was so good.
The most I know about Herman Cain was the what's the dude from Saturday Night Live did an impression of him?
Oh shit, I don't know who did Herman Cain. Who did Herman Cain?
Cat Williams.
Nah, not Cat Williams. Regular cast member, the dude who recently did R. Kelly.
Oh, Kenan Thompson?
Kenan Thompson, yeah, he did a funny Herman Cain impression.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I mean, speaking of diversity, Kenan Thompson can't do everybody. We got to get another black dude up in there.
I mean, they got Michael Che, but they don't let him do nothing else.
He really does a good job, though.
Him and Colin Jost were in the Battle Royale WrestleMania this past week. It's pretty good.
I wouldn't know. I missed it. No, I actually did know. But I'm just making a snide comment because my baby was a... I just wanted to get out the house, damn it.
Your wife must say that shit on the regular. So
okay, yeah, I can't.
It's all too good. I saw that with the lipstick picture, and I was just like, my mouth was agape. I was like, wow.
He was so proud of himself too. My 3-year-old did color stay lipstick on half his face, like.
Why so serious?
Yeah.
How do you
and
get
then he
color
threw on the baby's, and he threw on the baby's head. He climbs up on.
How do you get color stay lipstick off?
Time.
Cold cream. I don't know how this works.
Also, bathing in time. So that was on for a day or two.
Oh man.
Yeah. I saw that picture. I was just like, I felt for her at that point. I was like, oh my god.
So that's why I feel like I can't leave the house while the kids are still up. Because like
somebody gonna be up. It's like it's gonna take. They outnumber y'all now, bro.
Yeah, we got a 2-to-1 ratio.
It's like y'all gotta be on patrol just to make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah, the worst thing we gotta wear is like, oh no, you spilled juice, or you got graham crackers in the living room. No graham crackers in the living room. Like yeah. I mean, I don't know. We don't have any really makeup at home either, though.
Bruh. I just feel for you.
But
I know you want to get out of the house, but I also know why you sometimes can't get out of the house.
Yeah.
I remember I did climb on top of the refrigerator. My mother don't know how I got up there.
Did I miss a good WrestleMania though?
I'm out to be the judge of these things.
I guess I'll wait for lunch to get
I would
here.
tell you, others who seem to fuck with it say it's one of the best WrestleManias they've seen in years.
Of course.
And
That's the one I missed. Well, I missed a lot of them, but
yeah, but I had a great time. It was really a night, so it got kind of late. It was like 10 something. I was like, yo, this boy got school tomorrow, and I got to go again. It was still like 5 more matches after that. You probably still could have came through and watched a good deal of it, including the main event, which didn't start until like 12:30, I believe.
the first female all main event, all
yeah.
female main event. Now, I hate to get white on you, but were you emotional after the Kofi win?
Not emotional because I don't know if I have all that much invested in him, but I was excited to see it happen, and I didn't realize not since The Rock have we had a
person of color,
hold that title, gave him a new belt.
Wait, a Mexican dude had that title for a little bit.
When? And what's the Mexican dude? Who the Mexican dude in particular?
It's Alberto Rio.
When how long was that?
I don't know what year. That's what we need. We need lunch for a lot of things,
Sure.
but this would be definitely helpful in this situation. But I know that Mexican dude had that.
Yeah.
And Rey Mysterio had that title.
And he, of course, is the first black African, from Africa to ever hold that. So that's actually kind of dope too, man. And just dude, I mean, if you've watched Cody, that dude's been a jobber, a long time, hard working fucking wrestler for a very long time.
11 years.
Always puts on a fucking performance, and it's like I respect the hell out of that. I love New Day, you know what I'm saying. I like Austin Creed a lot, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. And so, yeah, I really was appreciative. But I like Daniel Bryan too. That's another thing. I actually do like him as a person. He unless he's faking, unless it's a work, he seems to be a woke individual.
He didn't go to Saudi Arabia on their most recent pay-per-view. He's like, fuck that, I'm not going.
Yeah. So that's dope. Oh, and I felt like that made up for them breaking Hulk Hogan out at the beginning of it. So I was like,
I heard that none of the guys from New Day clapped. You could see those 3 dudes in the background. So like while Hogan's on the stage the whole time, they're like at the Hall of Fame ceremony, not during WrestleMania.
yeah, no, I literally have to lean. I'm sitting there with Xander, and I lean over to him. I go, yeah, that dude say nigga a lot. We don't fucking support him, and then so that was a thing. If anything, that I was like, let me explain something to you, son of mine.
So did Kofi finally earn the right to date Brooke Hogan?
How tall is he?
Pretty tall, yeah. So
He is one of them 6'5" niggas. Yeah.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
Like I said, I can't say it enough. One of the reasons I'm glad that Macho Man is dead, that I can't hear that he says nigger or did something or used to roofie somebody.
And with his voice and a hard R, I couldn't take it myself.
He probably I don't know how he was saying it, but
oh my god.
yeah. I think I don't know. Can't have too many heroes growing up. I guess you got to wrap it all up. You got to be your kid's hero because
and then you can't fuck up.
yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
Nah. See, I don't agree with that. I don't want anybody to be perfect because perfection is it's too difficult.
Oh,
be as
true.
good as you can be. Mm-hmm. When you fuck up, apologize. Explain how you fucked up and why you and how you would do better. And you'll be a much better role model for your kid in that way. That way they won't hold even their role models to perfection. They'll hold them to a standard. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that's how we roll, people.
Yep.
It's been a hot second. I had my man Gabe come through for the lunch joint, so a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for that.
I'm glad to come. I missed it.
Yeah, so it's also good. We hope lunch is back into full work, full mode next time we record. Poor guy.
And I got some stuff in the car waiting for We Tried.
Yeah, so it's
I'm not eating peeps.
You're gonna have to chew and spit.
Nah, they got pork in it. I'm not
Oh,
eating.
they do?
So I'm jealous of. So
Ah, man.
he's licky.
Why did you guys stop me? Stop me from buying them?
I tried to stop you like 3 times, and then finally I was just like, all right, fine, man.
There's no stopping the G train.
There was nothing. I didn't realize, but there was nothing else interesting in that aisle.
It's been a both quiet and loud ass Easter because, like I said, I just want to find goddamn Peep cereal. Can't I find it nowhere? And I'm like,
if I see it, I will let you know.
Peep cereal and Sour Patch Kids marshmallows. I'm like, come on, man, where they at?
Right.
But it's a lot of Oreos coming down the pike. It's a lot of stuff going down and coming down, man. We out there. We try to keep a lot of keto options from Daniel.
All right. Me and Lunch will try them. He'll spit them out. I might spit them out too because I think Pete's.
Bro, I just told you I eat Peeps, man. So
all right. Did you two you sit there and make jokes?
Yeah. So it's all to the good. I actually found a different Hostess pot cake. This was white chocolate ding dongs. Mm-hmm. No lard.
No lard.
Yeah. So
man, they're still making shit with lard.
We were talking about it. I go, really? And what was it? It was a chocolate doll or was it just a chocolate Twinkie?
That was a regular Twinkie.
Regular Twinkie. Lard. They still make that shit with lard. And maybe it's just something in the special recipe that is Twinkie that makes it whatever. But yeah, they still make that bitch with lard. Gross. Anyway, that's Tatum 216.
A real American.
That's the real ODP.
Brother.
Our Mr. Man is Lunchbox 2099. I am the editor, Stereo 713. You just got podcast too, and I know you loved it.
Too sweet.
Peace.
Bye.